Let's do it!
Hello, lovely people on the internet.
Yeah. Hi. Hello, but you don't have the thing over there, so I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, I don't have either of the monitors on. If you hit the button on that one, it might refresh.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Like that button or a different button?
Like the space bar.
Oh. Oh, I can do that. Maybe.
No, I guess it needs this.
Okay. Well, she says we're on, so we're on.
We're on.
I don't know.
It was one of those mornings that started out like a weirdly, like, well-organized morning and then turned into, like, we're 10 minutes late and, like, I don't have any of my monitors up. Wow. You know, one of those.
Sorry. But we're glad to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to cook.
We are cooking today.
Ready to cook.
Did you see they saw the banner. Look, I made you my thumbnail. Did I show you that? That's my thumbnail.
Oh, I can't see it from here. You know, eyes, age. And mama.
My eyes are
But
pretty
I'm
good,
sure it
too.
looks good. I'm sure it looks good. We're on.
Hello. Somebody said hello.
Hi. Who said hello?
Somebody on YouTube or on Twitch. Oh, Sabatanius. Hi, Sabatanius.
I was thinking this morning, I wonder if Groomer's going to be on here.
Is that Pugnacious?
No,
Or
I don't think it's
Sabatanius?
Pugnacious. I think it's someone with the name Groomer in there.
That's right. It was Pammy Poodle.
Oh, yeah, Poodle. Okay, close. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Because I'm thinking, I just think that'd be cool. I like that. She was listening to us while grooming puppies.
Mhm.
I think that's very cool.
Yeah.
And it was little Malteses. 2.
What we were talking for 2 whole Maltese.
2 Malteses we were talking. Yeah. So we need to cut that to a Maltese and a Chihuahua this week.
Yes, I think that would be
Even
good.
though we're cooking, so
We are cooking this week.
we'll have
We are
to
cooking
hit it.
zucchini pizza bites
Yay!
in the toaster oven again. We're back in the toaster oven.
We love the toaster oven.
I like it because we're out here in the sunroom and like we can be like out of the like you were saying about the summer kitchen.
It's a summer
like,
kitchen.
I like it. It's it's the 21st
We didn't get
century.
these said zucchinis. Do you want me to do that?
Oh yeah, I'll grab them. Sorry.
Because I'm thinking it's
They were-
zucchini bites, pizza bites, and they're not. But they're in the other room. We have them. She obtained them.
I got 2 because
We might get really hungry. We might be like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever.
right.
And eat them all.
Well,
So there it is.
yeah.
It's a zucchini.
I was also thinking we might cut them up before we started, and then
Yeah,
we have a whole one and then a cut up one, but I didn't actually do that.
But I can
so.
do that while you're
Okay.
doing housework. Is that what I call it?
Captain Porkbeard. Oh, updated my name. It's me.
Oh, who's that?
Pugnacious.
Oh,
Updated.
Pugnacious.
Becky used to be Captain Gaybeard. Amberlyn Reed's
Oh.
girlfriend,
Oh,
which
little
I
Natasha.
always thought was an interesting, because okay, for your generation, a beard is the same thing as for my generation, right? Like a woman, if a woman is called a beard.
Well, yeah, that came later, though. I mean, for my generation, it was something on a man's face.
Oh, but okay, but her name is Captain Gaybeard.
Okay, so.
So she's a woman,
Got it.
and her username is the word beard.
Yes.
So-
And gay. So,
Right.
I mean, I'm using context clues.
Right, but her partner is a woman.
Okay.
So I'm like, is her partner not really a lesbian and she's a gay beard?
Yeah. Here's the thing.
It's confusing to me, but I still love it. It's
Yeah.
such a good username.
It seems like a really good username. Yeah.
She changed it, and then Captain Pugnacious stole it, which I love. Well, sort of stole it. Changed it around a little bit. I love it, though.
Maybe it's too thick.
It said half-inch.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, I forgot to
then
put
this
the
is less
freaking
than
recipe.
half-inch.
I forgot to put the freaking recipe.
So this is good. You forgot it. Well,
I was gonna put it in the Nightbot command so that I could do. I'll put it in the description when we upload on YouTube. I mean, I know it's live right now on YouTube, but
because we'll be going through it. I don't think it's a lot of measuring.
there was not much measuring. No. Mm-mm. You're just gonna kind of do it by ear.
Yeah.
Did you get the oil? Okay, I've got oil. It's good.
So yeah, this morning I reviewed it in my mind what I needed to bring.
Oh, okay.
And then I thought, I should probably review it in the menu, what I should bring. But I did not do that.
Also, the calls for that.
And a spoon for the sauce would be good, probably. Great. That's good. That's good.
I gotta find the oil though. We got oil for like another recipe, didn't we?
Possibly. What is the oil to
No. Guess not.
How about this spray?
Oh,
This spray will work.
here.
Okay. Excellent. Yes.
I was looking for like
That is from
vegetable oil.
That is from a previous one.
Is it?
I believe it was the extra virgin that we discussed.
Oh, that's right. Because the cleats.
Because we're like, how can you be an extra virgin?
He was.
You can be extra virgin.
I think it's a reference to the pirates of old.
Oh, okay.
Okay, could be. It makes me think of that Monkey Island game. Gay Brush?
I don't know the game, but I would love a Monkey Island game. It just sounds awesome.
I don't know that one either, but
It sounds awesome. A Monkey Island game.
before the
I messed something up. Before what?
did you read the recipe?
Yeah, a day or so
In the
ago.
bowl. In the bowl.
Cut the zucchinis in 1/2 inch thickness rounds. Put them in a bowl. And do something.
Sprinkle some of that.
Put kosher salt.
It just said salt, I think, but
Just a wee bit. Put some herbs, some Italian seasoning, it said. Mm-hmm. Mama loves the basil.
we do love the basil.
Okay. Is this going to be a top or?
That's my question: is what do you want to do with those? Because she also brought fresh herbs, fresh rosemary or thyme. I can't.
Time.
Okay. Sorry, I saw it telling
I
the difference.
think. I'm in that boat right now too. It'll look prettier on top,
Then let's put it on top.
but how will it taste? Okay, then we're going to load this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just a
Yep.
touch.
And then you'd like use that.
Oh god. I don't mind using my hand, but we're in the summer kitchen right now, and there's not a sink right here. So I was thinking, I get my hands greasy, and then
We also have aprons though, so that's...
we do. That's true. Wipe them on that. Did you put the trick last week with the aluminum foil? That might be a good trick for this week.
I don't have aluminum foil. Did you bring aluminum foil?
Did I not? I left it here last week.
I'll go look.
I did. That was my thought, because I had extra, so I brought a roll for you.
I have press and seal and Ziplocs and all of that stuff.
Let's not use press and seal or Ziplocs. But it's a fine idea.
That's all I have in
It'll
that drawer.
just be more scrubbing later. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. If you have something to cover it, maybe do that. Okay.
So then we do one time before we do any toppings. We do them in here in one layer.
Okay. I like this. She read the...
I read the recipe.
See, I kind of read the ingredients, thinking, do we have this? What do we need to get? But you're good because you read the recipe. You should do that.
Captain Porkbeard said that they had too much herbs last night.
I think we got about the right
Good
amount.
morning, Pammy Poodle. Pammy Poodle.
Hi, Baby Poodle. Hi. What you grooming?
Hi, Trailer Debris.
Hi,
Emily.
Trailer Debris.
Anon.
And what's it? The trailer one at? say it again because I had the wrong name.
Trail of debris.
Trail of debris. See, for a long time I thought it was trailer debris. Like in the trailer park. It's like, oh, trailer debris. And I was like, oh, wait, it's trail of debris, which I like even better.
I like what is behind me wherever I go.
Yeah, I like that. But it was making me think about that one show with where they were in the trailer.
Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah.
I love that show.
That's what it was making me think of, so that was good.
So,
Okay, so there they are. They're going
we're
in.
gonna go on 2 slices.
I love that. It gets me every time.
It does.
What's the temperature? 2 slices. Okay. So
It did have like other like actual settings, but it was like you can do it this way, and we like to like do it.
I like that because it was a recipe for a toaster oven.
Check back on the YouTube description later.
It was not one that we altered to fit the.
Right. Careful.
Don't
You're
touch it. It's
so close to that.
And I think the newer ones, I'm not sure, but I think possibly they're more.
This
safety.
toaster oven, if you haven't seen Gamer Mom cooking before with this lovely, it's the General Electric.
You don't need to give it a plug because I don't think it's made anymore.
Let me read it though. The General Electric quick crinkling shit. So I can read it.
Oops. My bad.
The General Electric toast broil.
Toast and broil.
Toast-R oven.
Oh.
This was made in the 1970s.
Older than you.
It's older than me, but I love it.
Not older than me. Okay.
It's not older than you, no?
Yeah.
My husband is upstairs in the therapy at the moment. Already got a bit of enchanted chocolate ready for when he's done. Nice.
Oh.
That was the same person as who was commenting about having too much herbs last night.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Ooh.
We'll let it cool before we flip them.
They can't be hot that quick.
You're right. It needs longer. I think they had different. We're just gonna like.
Yeah, I think, not every.
Put it on 400.
Yeah, because not every piece of equipment, that's not the right word, from the 70s still works properly.
It is the third member of Gamer Mom Cooking. That is accurate.
Oh, yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
said, mine says Toast R, like Toast-R.
Yeah.
But it's from the early 2010s. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. I wonder if it's just always said that or if it's a retro. I bet they just kept it.
I bet they just kept it.
Like,
Yeah.
What? Because it's like
I have more YouTube comments too.
what's it like Cheez-Its or some things are just spelled like they're not.
There was something that I saw a while back that I was like, that's how they used to spell that, and it wasn't. It was something like borax or something like that, but it wasn't borax. Borax, I think, has always been spelled like that. But it was something like that where I was like, okay. But like it made sense, and it was like one of those where it was like a 50s or 60s ad, and it was very like, I think they did that a lot back then, where it was like, we're just gonna put like a dash and a letter.
Mm-hmm, yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
Yes, Baby
Okay,
Poodle.
question.
Baby Poodle says you guys are so lucky to get to see each other weekly. I agree.
I agree. I love it, and I don't know. I just love the fact that you are grooming puppies while we're doing this.
Yeah.
Like you're.
Trailer Debris said, I really want tomatoes, mozzarella, and balsamic vinegar now. We don't have those this week, but we did do that one week. It was so good.
And I did leave some tomatoes on the counter this morning when I came over. And I almost grabbed them thinking we could work that in.
I got some tomatoes and fake bacon because I was like, I want to make some BLTs.
Oh, how'd that work out for you?
I just got it this morning. While I was running through the grocery store. They also said, oh my god, I mean, I will be Trailer Debris, but Trail of Debris is from Jody, is it a Jody Picoult book?
Oh.
It's a comment about making wishes on shooting stars. Oh.
Ooh.
It's That's where Shooting Star is.
Yeah.
It just has a trail of debris behind it.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to look into that. So you've got the info on that. That's making me think. Wishing on stars and trails of debris and it's a thinker.
Toast R Us was a comment from Trail of Debris also.
Toast R Us. Who said it's our third member of the cast?
Let's see. Somebody said that, yeah.
There's the crinkly.
That was Captain Porkbeard who said that.
Ah.
Porknation. I love it.
Porknacious is Captain Porkbeard? I didn't know.
Because it was Captain Gaybeard was Becky's. And they were like, I love that. I'm gonna steal it. But they changed it to Captain Porkbeard.
Oh. Porknacious, I didn't know that.
There is so much drama.
That's going to take me a minute. Because I was used to using porknacious. And I don't see them written.
That's true.
So hearing them is different, I think.
Should I get you? If you bring over your tablet next time.
Oh.
Use it. Here. Sorry. If you bring over your tablet next time, I can, where you can see the chat.
Oh. And then we can discuss my email.
I checked, no new emails this week.
But are there any emails? Because I've never seen any.
There was one from, that was just sending condolences.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I'm not missing that.
No, mostly it was just like DMs to me. Or on the... Last week was the only time that I didn't check it, but I do usually check it like before we come on. I will put it on her phone at some point. The thing is, we end the stream, we kind of clean up a little bit, and then we're both just like, like our brains are so just like mush when we get off of here. That somebody was like, oh, you should like tell them on Reddit when you do the Reddit posts. Be like, oh, hey.
Yeah, I do remember hearing that last week.
I'm just like, my brain is so fried by the time that we get done with them.
Yeah.
That, like...
And then I have a brain problem.
Memory?
It's not a brain problem. It's the first part of the week goes normal, and then all of a sudden, boom, the last part of it just flies. I'm like, So.
Same.
Really?
And I'm always just like, yeah.
So it's like, but I was going to do that, but I didn't do it earlier because I had so much time. I was going to wait till like we get into the week, but then we're at the end of the week.
Chopped. This says, I vote for Chopped Gamer Mom. So like Gamer Mom cooking.
Oh, chopped.
But Chopped Gamer Mom. Is that... I feel
like
that's like good cooking though. Like we're not...
I feel that's true. But it might also, but is it one of those where it's a contest?
It might be. Are we gonna like go ahead? She's gonna win every time.
No, we're not gonna go ahead. No, because you're very creative. It could be one of those where they give you.
If it's baking, I could maybe get an upper hand with baking.
In my day though, in my prime.
Or if we were like required to only use the toaster oven.
She'd win. She'd win that. She would win that. If you only could use that toaster oven. I could maybe bring back my
Ooh, Captain Porker says wifey picks an ingredient, Twitch picks an ingredient, YouTube picks an ingredient, Savage Mom and Savage Minnow are condemned to chaos.
That's what I was thinking. Is it one where they just give you stuff and you're like, good luck with that? Because I think you'd win that.
That would be fun.
Or we would be very even.
Yeah.
I really think
that would be more even play.
I think you'd have the upper hand on that.
We'd have to do it in the actual kitchen.
We would. We could.
We've done it before in the actual kitchen.
Yeah. Wow.
I'd have to get you and wifey to help me clean it first.
That's a whole other thing. So we're gonna put that on the back burner.
I mean, it's like I love the idea, and like we're gonna leave it burning in the back.
Oh, what if we did? Well, I don't know about getting them things. That seems difficult to me. Maybe that's not. Because I think we could put items in and then pick them out of a bowl for random.
We could do that
since we don't have the judge to give us the items or to judge us. But you can judge
the
us.
judge.
And I'm fine with being judged on my cooking.
Harry Poodle says, "Who would judge the food?" Ooh, but no, she's got a point though. That
The
like
taste.
you can't taste any of it. I bet if I could find something for wifey to like cover her, like one of those, like
a veil or something.
I was thinking Nikocado Avocado has a panda head.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like a veil. Yeah.
But she has to be able to get it in her mouth to eat it.
Does she have to like eat it on camera, or can she like take it off camera, take bites, and bring it back on camera and discuss who wins?
We could probably do that. We could probably make an exception. What's that one on that racing show? Yeah, where they have the one guy that he comes out and he's like a professional, and he comes out and races. Does he have like a paper bag or something over his head?
No. That's Top Gear. That took me a while to figure out what she was talking about.
Top Gear. What does he have on his head?
He just wears a motorcycle helmet. Do we have a motorcycle helmet?
Did? When you're my age, you used to have a lot of things. Not to mention, but anyway.
I have.
There's another one though where the person just wears a bag over their head.
Well, we have lots of funny hats that we could attach a veil to. We could maybe make this work. This is a lot of parts to get going. But
Well, that's on the back burner.
Oh, Orland's the panda head? No, it is Orland, I think, right? But it's on Nicocado's. I feel like it's on. I don't watch them. They're a little bit too ridiculous for me.
I don't know.
It's basically the male version of Amberlyn and Reed.
Oh, okay.
But like worse. You guys can give her more information if you want to explain that better, but yeah, no, we won't make her wear the panda hat. It's just what popped into my mind. Okay, it was the panda hat.
I like the bicycle helmet, motorcycle helmet.
Someone said, or full-on masked singer. That was Captain Porkbeard. Yeah, that's a TV show where they have people like sing.
Ooh.
And it's like a singing competition, but they're all wearing like full-on like special effects, like prosthetics.
Oh.
So you cannot tell who these people are at all.
Good. I like that. Go by the voice. Should we be checking?
That's what I was just gonna say. Is if we should flip these. But do we want to start reading?
Let's do that.
Okay.
Because people are grooming and,
Right. And they want to know about the assholes or non-assholes.
I do.
Okay.
I do. And I do think we should let Reddit know that we're here to help.
You should know.
If you need help, just know we're here.
The first one is
We're
really
ready
short,
to
if I remember.
Okay. Number one.
I'm gonna flip.
But okay.
You want to flip while I read? We gotta flip.
Yeah, because.
Okay. Oh, let me get the.
But will I be too loud? I have a crinkling problem. The loudness problem. Oh yeah, those are nice.
My mama got me those. Okay. First one is called "Am I the Asshole for Not Inviting the Autistic Kid to My Son's Birthday Party?" First appearance of a red flag does not surprise me.
It's not a red flag for them, but for me, I'm just gonna be wares. But and should we give
Oh, here, I gotta put it in the chat.
what do you call that?
I did do the Nightbot commands, but
I feel like should I what do you call that? In all fairness, give background or give history or what, of my education.
yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Full disclosure.
Full disclosure, because I keep the words.
Sabatana said yes. Next.
Well, I was a special education teacher, and so yeah. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna go either way on this because a lot of times it's a safety. There's some safety things, and a lot of times you could have to be thinking of the student if it's an uncomfortable.
You're trying to be really fair.
No, I'm just saying I've been in some situations. No, I've been in some situations where, and I'm just gonna be honest, where a lot of times it's a parent, and I'm not just saying an autistic kid, but the parent was like, okay, my kid needs to be involved in everything, that they should not be denied this. And I'm all for that. I'm a special ed teacher. But sometimes you put a kid in a situation that is not good for them just because I want my kid to be normal, and so he needs to go do this. Well, it's not good for him. So I'm not even thinking about the other kids at the party kind of thing. If that's
Okay.
Okay.
Pammy Poodle said, love the flag. I did see, there are other comments, but I'm going to try and focus on the, but I did see that was a really short one that I was able to read really quickly.
Okay, so am I the asshole not inviting the autistic kid to my son's funeral? I'm sorry.
We've had funeral on the brain lately. Sorry, guys. Birthday party.
Birthday party. Usually wedding and funeral, I skip next the word because that's when you see all the relatives, not birthday party.
Birthday party.
Okay, son's B party.
Okay, my son turned 9 just over a week ago. We were planning a birthday party, and the invite list included about 10 kids, all boys, and one of them had autism.
Okay.
I've met him and his parents, and he seems all right behavior-wise, at least from what I've seen. He and my son get along quite well.
Okay.
But not all kids are going to be as accepting as my son is. I was concerned that other kids would be provoked by the autistic kid's oddness and would bully him, which would ruin the party or everyone who was around it. In the end, we decided not to invite him. A week later, I received an angry message on Facebook from the autistic boy's mother. Turns out, he found out about the party and was really upset that he wasn't invited. Yeah.
Of course he found out.
Am I the asshole? Yeah.
Yeah. I think you are, hon. I think, can I jump? I'm just jumping. Talk to the other mom. This is the communication, people. Communication. You think, oh, it'd be hard to talk to them. Well, it's harder later when you got this little mix-up thing on because it's social media. Everybody knows everything. Everybody finds out everything. So just have a friggin' difficult conversation. And you know what? After you have a couple of them, they get easier. Just saying. So say to the mom, yeah. Say to the mom, as you know, Bobby and Jimmy get along great. What do you think? Would Bobby enjoy coming to the party? You know, we're inviting blah, 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 blah. How do you think that would work out?
I was going to put this on the top.
Oh, gotcha. How do you think that would be something Bobby would like? And also...
That's a very good idea.
And also, Mom... Also, ask the mom if she would want to be there and be a helper.
Ooh, yeah. If she wanted to chaperone, is that
chaperone? Yeah. Because and that's the issue a lot of times when I'm talking about that it's not good for the disabled child. Is because they're thrown into a situation where they don't have assistance and where the staff is shorthanded. And
that makes sense.
And the kid does not have assistance, and they need us help to maneuver that situation.
Especially like social situations.
A social situation, exactly. Like class birthday parties, that sort of thing. If there's nobody, it can be difficult. So yes, I think you are the asshole. And you're behaving. You behaved as an asshole.
That's what I put. You're acting like an asshole.
You're acting like an asshole. And you're saying that, I don't know, the kid is all right. That kind of struck me wrong.
Yeah, so what?
And then you're saying because of his oddness, I think was the word.
Yeah.
That struck me a little bit too. He's unique. I know, he's unique. We're all unique. He's a little more unique, perhaps. So, yes, I believe you behaved as an asshole because you didn't talk to that mom. That mom, and I said, some parents don't really get it, but most do. Most are very aware of where their kid is and what's going on. and say, A, would Bobby like to do this? And B, would you like to be there as a helper in case there's a situation
Yeah.
that Bobby would need a hand. And especially if your kid gets along with him, how many birthday parties does he get invited to, and how many things can he not do? And I just think yes.
Well, and like, how many 9th birthdays is your kid gonna have where he can have all of his friends there?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. What? Oh.
What are you taking away from your kid by not letting him have his friend that he wants there?
And what are you showing your kid?
That's true.
What are you showing your kid?
I think we're supposed to actually go ahead and put the cheese down.
I do too, but you made me think there, as you often do.
Aw.
Pull it out here and we'll do cheese.
Okay.
Because you're right. You're always setting an example, even when you don't think you are. And so, what are you telling your kid? Oh yeah, disabled people are okay, but don't be inviting them to the house.
They taught their son to be exclusionary in order to maintain the status quo. Exactly, Subachantianis.
Well said.
Porkbeard says, I think I'm biased. I was always allowed to pick who I invited. My parents didn't have a say. Yeah, and I think that's pretty normal.
Yeah. Yeah, not like,
Trilla Debris says, also, what the fuck does it say to the birthday kid? You can have the autistic kid as a friend, but only where others aren't around.
Yep.
That's a very good point too.
That's it. Yeah, there are limits on your.
You can be friends with the autistic kid, but
there's a limit. There's a limit. There's a place and a limit. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, like when you're 9 years old, you know who you want to have at your birthday party. Exactly. Like
that's true.
It's not like, oh, you're just.
Oh, that's true.
Like when you're like 5 and 6, like mom and dad are kind of picking who's.
Or 30, and you're like, well, there's a lot. If this, then that kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, it can get complicated, is what I'm saying. Well, if I invite this one, 9, yeah, that's my friend. I want my friend at my party. Well, they're getting melty already.
Should I go to number 2?
Yes, please.
Number 2 is a bit longer. Okay, quite a bit longer.
Okay, do I need to set anything on this?
It's on 400 right now.
Okay, so that's just.
But I think I'm actually. Should I turn on the toast so that it does the?
Yes. Yes.
2 more slices.
I think that means from the top. So
Toast is both.
But what is 400?
Bottom, because it's oven.
Okay.
Now I can turn on broil on top, but it's just the broil setting. So it's just
I like the 2 slices of toast.
I like it too. Okay. Am I the asshole? Number 2.
Okay.
Number 1, yes, you are the asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is titled, Am I the asshole for mocking my nephew and ganging up on him for asking whether me or my husband was, quote, the woman? I think it's a man.
This is going to have a lot of variables, not the least of which is age of the nephew.
We've got a big, long paragraph and then another shorter paragraph that got cut off by the toaster oven. Sorry, guys.
Oh, the toaster oven's in there.
The link. I put the link
love
if you
the
want.
toaster oven's in there. I love that. Yeah, I've got some questions here.
Okay. Well, I'm going to answer as many of them as I can, but let's just let it sit for a minute. They're doing good and melty in there. We need to do like an up close cam so we can like.
Oh yeah.
I'll work on that. Okay, I'll put it on my list. My family, in parentheses, my folks, my brother and his family, my sister and her family, me and my husband, close parentheses, had our first get together since the thing started.
The panini?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who said that last week, but I am loving
It
it.
was the AITA comment.
Who was it?
It was one of the posters on Reddit.
I know, but I don't know which.
I don't remember.
But all week I love it. It's the panini, and some people don't even blink when I say it. They're like,
It's the panini. Yep. brackets, we're all vaccinated now.
Okay, so it's been a while since they got together, but now they're all
They're all
vaccinated and first
all
get
vaxxed.
together. Yeah.
During which I discovered that my formerly adorable, precocious kid of a nephew had hit his edgy teen stage with gusto.
Okay. Okay.
He had an attitude all afternoon, which culminated in him asking me and my husband, we are a gay couple, which of us is the woman.
Okay.
I was taken pretty aback and just said, neither of us, we're both men, that's the point. Exactly.
Okay. Do we
I,
know the age? He's called a teenager, but we know he just got angsty, so.
I'm gonna guess like 13.
Yeah, because I just talked
I'm being generous.
Because I talked to a grandma the other day, and she's a 12 and a 14, and the 12 is like a girl, and the 14 is like a teen. So, it's been a while since I've been through these things. Okay, so he was taken aback by the teen. Okay, the nephew.
Which I was pretty taken aback. Neither of us were both men. That's the point.
Okay.
At which point he came up with some Evo psych BS about how a male always seeks female, and therefore, even with two guys, one will always be the. The thing is, I know he knows better, and his whole attitude is blatantly just trying to get a rise. I didn't feel like ruining a nice afternoon by giving it to him, so instead I decided to make a joke of it and told him seriously, no one had told us that. Sorry, just...
Okay.
Okay.
That's
No one's ever told us that. I love it. I love it.
and that's innocent enough. I mean,
And
that's not.
Don't leave. We're still here, I promise.
We're here. We're here. Don't leave. If you can hear me.
They can hear you.
Oh, they can hear us? I thought they were gone.
No, they're back.
Don't leave. Please.
It says it's connected. Let us know if you can see us. I can't. It looks dark.
Something popped up there.
Black screen, but they can hear us.
Okay, good. Good. I like that.
Oh,
And
there's. We're back.
Oh, yeah, you're testing it. Okay. We're
Okay,
back.
okay.
Okay. Good. That's good to know that they can still hear us. So I go, wow, that was a yes.
I was trying to move the fan. It doesn't like me.
Oh, I like the fan. Do you want me to move the fan? Because do you think it's overheating? Because that's early to be overheating. What if you crack a window or a door?
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah, let's crack
it
them.
is that autumnal equinox was recently.
It was.
So the weather's
Like
turning
yesterday.
cooler.
It was yesterday.
Was it?
Yeah.
Sometimes I thought it was weird this year, but yeah.
On odd years, it's on the 23rd, and on even years, it's on the 22nd.
Thank you. Thank you. Whew. That is a load off my mind. Because I told somebody that it's equinox, and I don't think it's the equinox. And I'm like, I don't know. It was the equinox last year on this day.
These look really tasty.
Even and odd. Okay, good.
I'm
Okay,
going to
so-
give them one more slice, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
so we verbally did not get cut off. So he said, what's he do under the notepad? That's what I'm wondering.
Okay, so grabs a notepad, drew columns for each of us, and started noting our various feminine and masculine aspects. Deliberately absurd stuff like, I wear more pink, but he cries easier. He's better at sports. But I've gotten beaten survival skills. I've gotten him beaten survival skills. At some point, the other adults, minus my folks, drifted over to see what we were doing. My brother immediately wanted to join in, saying he'd never really been sure in their case either. So he and his wife started their own list. And my sister and her husband, parents of the nephew, followed suit. It was honestly pretty funny. And we made up a point system and debated the gendering of breakfast foods. I mean, literally, like, debated the gendering of breakfast foods. Like, who make a more masculine breakfast food. I love it. Okay. My nephew got more and more sulky. They kept asking for his verdicts. Until finally he walked away in disgust and ended up hardly saying a word for the rest of the afternoon. Okay, so far I'm thinking not the asshole. At the time I thought it was harmless and amusing way of making a point about the stupidity of his argument without giving him the satisfaction of, you're too sensitive. That was the rise that he was obviously looking for. But earlier today, from his brother, 19, who is not at the get-together, so I'm assuming that's the older brother, saying my nephew was really upset and accusing us of being a bunch of adults ganging up on a child and of drawing his own parents into it. I honestly hadn't have thought of it in that light, and now that I do, I must admit it's not a great look. I still think he's old enough to be catered to. I still think he's old enough to not be catered to when he acts like this, though. Am I the asshole?
Oh boy.
Trilla Jabri says, I love this to be honest. This family sounds delightful.
They do.
I want to be adopted into it.
They really do. I like the family. I like that they're getting together after the panini. They're having a little fun.
They're all vaccinated.
They're all vaccinated. And so we think this person is older than 12. Well, he's a teenager, so yeah. And we don't do, and I like that they drew in, because my first thought was, no, you need to educate this youngster. But they're saying he already knows. He was just looking for trouble, which I guess I have trouble knowing because I wasn't there. And I'm thinking, are you sure doesn't know? Are you sure?
Well, it sounds like his parents are pretty, like...
Which one? We don't know which ones are his parents.
Well, his parents joined in.
Yes. And I like that it became a, that it wasn't just about the same-sex marriage. That it was about, it was about
the straight couples.
Yeah. I know straight couples that it's like, if you meet one of them, either of them, separately, you'd think they were gay, but because they're like, but it works. I mean,
that's when Wifey and I first got together. Those of you who've been watching my channel for a long time know it was before she came out. And my wife is a trans woman, and like very much we were that like quote unquote hetero couple that was like,
yeah. And my husband does the cooking and the sewing and the cleaning and
I was that woman,
and the crafts. I would do the yard work.
No, I do the crafts.
Okay.
But yeah.
But
yeah, and not to say that like all of those couples are, one of them is a closeted trans person or anything like that. Like
no.
Like,
I'm just saying that some people have that we think, we have these preconceived ideas about male and female. And I like that they were bringing that out in a humorous way. I like that.
Yeah.
And as long as the kid understood that, and yeah, they probably know. I mean, they know. Well, they know the kid, but they didn't see the kid for like a year. Kids do.
Like 2 years.
Yeah.
It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
It's like
been a big
year and a half.
It's been
the whole panini.
So maybe they are not as in touch with his emotional state as they thought they were. They're like, oh, he's acting like a jerk. He's a jerk. I don't know. I just think you do need to be careful of that. But
I'm just checking on this.
I mean, the family, it sounds lovely. It sounds wonderful.
Oops, sorry. No, I just covered the camera. Okay.
His parents were there. They weren't drug into this.
Yeah.
Good golly.
They wandered over.
They wandered over and were discussing breakfast foods. So the parents.
Right.
Yeah. If when I had children, I have children. When my children were younger,
We were babies.
yeah,
Or teens.
I mean, sometimes you have to give a relative a look, like, and maybe you might even have to do this.
That's what I was thinking.
Like, back off, you know, give the kid a break. Or you have to say, what, you know, then you steer the conversation to more, well, Jimmy, you know, that kind of thing. So the parent was there, they could judge this. No, I don't think you're the asshole.
It was really good though.
The food?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it looks like we're getting, yeah, like maybe it was a little too spicy, but like, whatever.
If the parents had not been there, if the kid had gone by and stopped in at Uncle Jeff and Uncle Joe's house, and they were there with all their friends,
I agree.
and then they were like, then okay, maybe they're ganging up, or not, yeah, I don't know. But this is family. All these people are related to this kid. All of them have a stake in his wellness. They were all involved in the activity. If it was a horrid activity, somebody would have said, this is enough, you know, give the kid a
Porg
break.
says, and maybe you can explain this to me, because I don't understand this comment, and it might just be like my brain doesn't do it. Like, it sounds like the equivalent of teens who say older LGBT folks can't say we're queer, and I'm like, no.
Older so young people say that older LGBT people can't say they're queer.
I know that was like for your generation that was an insult.
Yes,
and like
it was.
my uncle and like people in the queer community had to like really fight for that
Yeah,
word.
it was an insult. Yeah, you weren't to say that.
Right.
So maybe that's what it has to do with.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I don't either. And I realize that I'm not up on the terminology and those things, but I just try to be like, you know, that's what it is, that's what it is.
I feel like she's like the best kind of ally though, because she's just like, okay. Like,
okay.
And there's stuff where it's like, I've like said, you know, please don't say that because that can be considered offensive.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, oh, okay, sorry, I'll stop saying that.
Yeah, oh, I didn't know that, okay, yeah.
And like, there were times where you even said like, I'm sorry if I slip up and say wrong pronouns or whatever. Like,
Good point.
I, you know, don't mean it with any hate or anything like that.
Habit.
They're kind of bite-sized. I didn't think about to cut them. Here's that if you want to try and cut.
I'm past that, and I'm to the napkin stage. And I know we have white aprons, but
Is a half one okay? I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I'm so used to just automatically ripping off a half.
And I should have learned my lesson. I think I'm thinking a smaller bite would be daintier, but I've been in situations where then it's a big mess. And this is fine, but when you do it at a wedding reception and you're wearing a white wool dress, I'm just saying.
Oh!
So you think I'd learned my lesson?
Apparently it's a bad word now again.
Queer, bad word now?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, my uncle fought for that word. Like, we can use it.
If they don't want to use it, it's fine.
Yeah, if they don't want to use it, and if somebody says, please don't use that word around me, I'm absolutely fine with that. But, like, on my stream, as far as I know, nobody is offended by that, and I'm happy with using that, and that is a word that I use to define myself, just because it's, like, really hard to explain. Where I'm like, well, we used to not have the word non-binary.
That's true.
That was, like,
That's true.
that was, like, a whole thing that happened a couple years ago, where it was, like, there's, like, a word for that now. I mean,
I think that was a math term before, wasn't it? Did you imagine that?
but binary would be like a binary
No,
a binary nomial is like 14 or 72 or
Yeah, that's what I had heard.
but
And then like now it's people's.
yeah.
It changes. I mean, I said my age, I was born in 1961. A lot has changed in the black community. The names have changed. That was a bad name, that's a good name, oh, you said that? And I've heard people that they'll say, oh my God, my dad said such and such. Well, your dad was taught that that was the thing to say, and not to say the thing you're saying, because that was very mean.
And
So-
did you say, oh, we don't use that term anymore?
No,
Or did you just go like, oh my god?
You just got pissy. He got pissy and was really mean to his dad. And then later,
That's uncalled for.
later I think he kind of realized it. And because the dad was friends with these people of a minority, but the way he referred to that minority, the dad was like, the son was like, Dad, you did not call them that. You cannot say that. That's so mean. And how can you be so racist? And then the dad got like really sad and like didn't talk the rest of the night. Because he was like, but if the son would have said, you know, they don't use that term so much, now they use this term. And I don't know why a term will be in and then out and then in again. I don't get it. But mine is not to question why. You know, just, that's it, okay. Just try not to say it then if it's not the one now.
Which I remember there was a study that was not that long ago, it was only just a few months ago, that they asked a bunch of people in the Hispanic American Latinx community. I'm gonna use that term because they asked them all, what do you like to be called?
What did they say?
And there was like
different thing.
well, the thing that I remember the most was it was just like the biggest group, I think it was like over 80% were like, we don't care, just don't call us like, I think there's a word that we use for like
derogatory.
Right. And it was like literally like Chicano, Chicana, Latinx, Hispanic, whatever, it doesn't matter. And it was like, that was the thing that stuck out to me the most was like, we just don't care. Like, and it was like, there was a bunch of things, but it was like, of those four, there was like kind of agreeing amounts, but then there was like 80% that were like, we don't care. We don't care, just don't call us anything derogatory. Like,
and the derogatory ones were very clearly derogatory.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I agree. Mm-hmm. Just try to, and it's just communication, and both sides need to, the one needs to not jump down their throat because, oh, they said this horrible mean thing. No, they said a word that they thought was proper. Now, okay, you know when they're saying, when they're being mean about it. I mean, I had that video, yes.
There are, but there's the dog whistles.
Okay, but generally you can tell by a person's tone and what's going on with the conversation. And if they just use the wrong word, then come on. Either let it go or inform them of what
That's, yeah. I feel like
is right now.
And it's not necessarily your responsibility to educate.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
But if you
Correct.
want to help educate as opposed to just like ignore and move on,
Mm-hmm.
like that is a good place to do it.
Mm-hmm.
If you can do it in the right state of mind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Agreed. So, you're a good uncle. No, thanks for checking, but you're not an asshole.